Belfast at the time with my brother, Thomas. And then she came and got me at about 12 years old. And then, when I got to Belfast, I had to go to school for a couple of years, and I got a certificate from the school to go to work. And I worked in grocery stores. One on the Falls Road, one on the Springfield Road, and the other one, well, there was two on the Falls Road, but the second one, I had it, which was foolish, I had to serve an apprenticeship, and this for a year in this grocery store. They didn't pay any money, so that was a dumb thing for me to do. But my mother was working at a flax mill, and she was writing till a lady in St. Paul, Minnesota here. Her name was Lanahan. And she told my mother, well, yeah, she wanted to know if I could come out here. Lanahan said yes. So I came to the Lanahan, and he had a job for me. I landed here on a Saturday, and I was working on a Monday in a Freedman's meat and grocery store on Wabasha Street for $19 a week. That was, I landed here in, I think it was August. Had my brother Tom, he came out and he landed and stayed with me from August to November. So he came out and landed in November. In fact, it was Thanksgiving Day, and he was freezing to death. So I had to leave Lanahan's place and got a room from people by the name of Corbin's on Cathedral Place. And the two of us had that room together till my mother came out, and I think it was in March or April. He was, the first job he got was washing dishes. Then this Greek that owned this restaurant, he, well, give him a little higher job making sandwiches. And the Greek also had another store on 10th and Wabasha in St. Paul, and he put my brother in there because it was tobacconist and you know, different other things. And my Freedman, so I used to go down to the little corner of the store was on Rondo and Cathedral Place. A lady by the name of Fitzgerald rented it. She had a little grocery store there, and she was getting pretty old and she wanted to get out. So we took that. Tom and I took that. So I put Tom in there, and I kept my job at Freedman's. So then, a job, he took the job in the store, and we were in there about 5 years. So, we sold the place to Mrs. Gleason. That was what was going to be Tom's mother-in-law when he come back from. He went to Ireland for about 6 months, and then he came back. Tom got married to Mrs. Freedman's daughter. What's her? Mary Gleason. And then I went back to the Johnsons on Wabasha and worked there for a while. And then we decided, my mother was talking to this lady in St. Paul here, so she decided. And the first job I got was with Freedman's on Wabasha. That was meat and grocery outfit. I had an argument. I worked for about quite a while there, 2 years, 3 years, and then they had meat and grocery, and they decided to put in a produce counter. so they given me the job. When I got there, they were just putting it in. So I went to work in the produce. And every once in a while they'd call me over to the grocery counter to help out or something like that. And the guy I knew and got to be manager of it, his name was Al Westgard. And he done pretty good. But then he quit. And another guy, then in the groceries, that's where I run into trouble. I know there was an old guy, I can't remember his name, but when you bought anything to take home with you, you had to put the slip on it that you paid for it, and you couldn't put it in your pocket or to keep it with you. They had a place where all that stuff was put down there, and then when you were going home you took it. But this old guy, he was stealing stuff. So then they came to him, and then I went over there to work in his place. But then this Miller, he was working for Shock. That was down on 8th Street. The same, and they had the same as Freedman. They delivered all over White Burn, all over groceries and stuff like that. But then he took a job at Freedman's, and he was the boss. So, in the mornings, those days, you got 2 cakes of yeast for a nickel. So these girls going to work would come in and want 2 cakes of yeast and give you a nickel for them. So this guy had an argument. He said, give him 1 and charge him a nickel for it. I said, I can't do that and stuff like that, you know. And he got mad and he said, well, you quit or I quit. So I quit. And I went upstairs and got my wages. When he was there, one Easter Saturday, a guy come in that he knew, and this guy had, I think it's prohibition at those days, and he had a pint bottle of stuff, you know. So he gave this Miller, said, take a slug of it for Easter. Miller drank a good slug of it. He woke up the next morning and he was blind. But, you know, he didn't lose his eyesight. Boy, am I glad I heard that damn thing. So then I went to Johnson's. I was out of work for 3 months. And this lady by the name of Mrs. Campbell, she lived on South Exchange where we lived at the time. And she went into Johnson's all the time, and Johnson drove would send him down. So I went down there, and I went down on Saturday morning, and I carried out groceries. They didn't deliver. Carried out groceries, you know, for people up from 9 o'clock to 6, and I got $3. So when I was ready to leave, Johnson it said to me, he says, you want to work? I said, yeah. And I said, how much do you want? I said, well, I got $19 at Freedman's when I worked there. He said, well, I can't give you that much. I said, I'll give you 15. So I grabbed it. I said, sure, I'll take it. I worked till we left for the old country. I worked for him, and I never asked him for a raise. And when I quit working for him, I was getting $29.50. Because what happened, it was a dirty trick I played on him. A guy was the manager of the grocery. He got another job. This other guy his name was Cerisi. He was opening up a grocery store, and he wanted this Bob, I can't remember his name, at Johnson to come and manage the store, see. So this Bob wanted me to go with him. See, and he turned around and said, well, he says, he never, I was getting $15 at Johnson. He said, he won't let you go for that. He said, if he asks you how much you're going to get at Cerisi's, tell him $29.50. So I told him that, and he said, you stay here, I'll pay you that. And that was a dirty trick.